Okay. I'm gonna take a step back. Okay, so Brother James, I'm gonna go to this image.
Yeah. So we'd like to welcome the grand opening celebration of the Salaam Community Wellness Center, the listeners AM 360 radio. We'd like to thank AM 360 and SCWC for this opportunity to share with them the fruits of our labor. This program, the Salaam Community Wellness Center, started out in response to the impact that COVID-19 had on Black and Brown communities. And we saw how Chicago was so hard hit. I recall listening to what the reports said about particularly South Shore, where at one time in the early stages of the COVID-19 pandemic, that community had both the highest number of infections from COVID as well as deaths. And what really, really hurt me was the fact that my mother, may God be pleased with her, and who had passed away, many years ago, she resided at one time, along with a cousin of mine, in one of the nursing homes that was hard hit. And that nursing home at one time was reported to have the second highest number of deaths among nursing homes in the entire state of Illinois. So when you hear things like that, and I know that we recall early on that the only thing that we would hear about was when we talked about death, we heard about male, such and such age, and some underlying condition. And being Black in America, when you know that we were up against some major medical issues that we, more likely, were going to be the most affected. And it took us weeks, actually, to get the information from places like the CDC, okay, and other so-called reputable agencies. But despite that, we knew that regardless as to how badly we were going to, or were impacted, or going to be impacted, that it was really going to be up to us in our community to stand up and to respond to it in the appropriate way. This wonderful team that we have here, these are individuals who have, just wealth of knowledge. They're practitioners in healthcare, not just in Western health, but also non-Western health. They also have backgrounds in education, business, and the like. In other words, we have everything we need to address this problem. So there was no reason for us to look out our window expecting somebody to come to the north side and pull up in our neighborhood and say, here, we're here to save you. We had to do it ourselves. So, we had to. The most important thing that we had among this group, notwithstanding all the expertise that they had, it was the heart dedication. Because if you don't have that, okay, because we have plenty of people who are very well educated. I have quite a few, degrees and still owe a lot of money for them. But that's not going to replace the dedication. And so what we decided to do is not just open up a health center. Because let's be honest about it, we got a lot of health centers. Okay. We decided to actually start a new movement. Okay? A movement that was going to, regardless as to what was in somebody's pockets, make sure that they get the best because we deserve it. Okay? When we come around here, as we've been working on the building, I'm shut up a minute, but I have to say, as we've been around some messages. They're answering the question, what is money? We've actually had some of the members of the community have actually been fearful that somehow we're coming in to move them out. And so we're talking, we said, now we're not here to move you out. We're here because of you. We want you to stay here. So not only are we fighting the good fight, the health to improve, the health of the community, the physical health, the mental health, but also the health to save lives. We want to leverage whatever God has given us to make this a healthy community. When I grew up, just an hour or so away from here. My family, we moved, in the town. But there were all the corridors here, like 63rd Street, just be busted. That's what like people. That was our downtown. We only went downtown when we had to, But we want to see that again. And it can be done. So we want to thank each and every one of you, for being a part of this. And, we want to applaud you. Okay, because you so we're going to continue our work. And the next person that we would like to give our gratitude to is, oh, yes, remember I was talking about that's sister on LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn. And when I saw this sister, well, first of all, I'm going to glamour picture. That's okay. All right. But it said that she had a background in integrative medicine, as well as internal medicine, and addiction medicine. And I said, well, how did this happen? And come to find out after we talked to each other with the same medical school. Of course, I was there. But let me tell you, when I talked to this, halfway through, she remembers, I said to her, wait, stop. If I had a child while I was in medical school, and nobody told me about it, because we walked in so many, similar circles. So I was right there, but I want to say that we appreciate the hard work and dedication and enthusiasm that this sister has brought to our board. And she's also our integrative medicine and addiction, Dr. Audrey. Thank you. All right, Bob. Now this brother I know, along with the brother of freedom in Tennessee, so I just want to let you know we got one of these for you. We coming in the mail. So brother Troy Isaac. Let me say this. And you know that there are people that you reach out to ask to help you. So based on this brother has been in lockstep with what we've been doing. He has helped us to put together, professional material so people take us serious. You know what I'm saying? So just as a note of our appreciation, we'd like to extend you this award. Go ahead, brother. Oh, there it is. No, I really think that we're related. Because we can go toe to toe with each other. But as you heard, this brother has worked night and day. He sent me pictures of the progress and hours of the night that I'm saying, like, why are you sending me this? Little pigs coming. But no, seriously, with all due respect, this brother really felt the galvanizing and early on the tip when we started communicating about the progress of this building. Then this brother wasn't doing it because it was a contract. It was more of a contract with the community and making sure that he's using his skills to represent the community in a way as a steward, making sure that we are building institutions that are respected. So for that, this is a token of appreciation for the Frank. This man standing next to me. My late husband, Bobby returned to Obama back in 2016. And I remember at that time, there were our own sons as well as sons that he gifted me with, who were part of home. And I remember sitting there during the service and watching them in the part where there's a shrouding. And these brothers, who he had mentored over the years, I watched them and it almost looked like a dance. Like they were performing a dance of respect and love. Akbar is one of those individuals. And since my husband has physically returned to God, we continue, I think, in the spirit of the relationship that he had with him, and that I have with my husband. And that this is a testimony. This this program is a testimony of the kind of spirit that my husband had, and I can say the encouragement that he gave this brother. So I just want to say, with our greatest appreciation, that we present this to you as a co-founder in recognition for ongoing commitment and dedicated service to the establishment of Salaam Community Wellness Center this day, July 25th.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for your husband, the late Dr. Lahuddin Shabazz, who never gave up on me. He told me that a Muslim is a state of being, not what a being states. He said, your duty and responsibility is to take the Quran and turn it from thin paper to thick action. He said, I'm calling you out because I believe that you're going to be great and do great things. Just exercise patience and understand that nothing happens without remembering your family and those people in the community. He said, and also that there's only one community, one community. He said, I'm a person who forges alliances between different aspects of the community. He said, you do the same. I thank you so much, Dr. Constance, being my sister, my mother, and together with me, and an extension brother who poured into me what I have to stand on today. Nothing without it. Long way. Long way.
Get some volunteers and actually contribute to our team. And I want to make sure we recognize them also. Dr. Lauren, how cool. Now, Dr. Williams is a very accomplished psychotherapist. Also, she has a background in business, and she is the head of Woodlawn. I know we just moved in. Now we got to do it. Dr. Crystal is a naturopath. And again, this is when social media is stood up. She heard the call, my son had put something out with the people who were interested in working with us. And so again, as our token of appreciation to her, she's gonna work on that, so you all go with that natural healing. Okay? All right. So thank you so much, we appreciate you. If we appreciate you, it's not heavy now. That's not over. We look forward to a long-lasting relationship, helping the community. Thank you so much. And I got to give a shout out to my family. My 91-year-old, my dog here. My 91-year-old son. Individuals who would like to identify yourself. I know we were supposed to have a representative here from. Oh, Rashad. Okay. Right. Rashad Baldwin, he has been a godsend to us. She's been our publicist and helping us get the media. So please give her a round of applause. So we did this after a virtual Atlantic grand opening back in March. Agency was gracious enough to come out. I remember saying that it's a very, very cold outside. You know, it was snowing, but you know, they put it on, people saw it, they got it. So this all this stuff, but you know, our program, just to and I'm gonna let some of my team talk about this. What makes us different is that not that these individual therapies that we're talking about, the Tai Chi, yoga, deep breathing, meditation, these are not new. These are thousands and thousands of years old. What is new are a couple of things. One, that we're integrating it in a way that we're not just looking at one part of the body. We're looking at all systems, you know, physical, mental, and spiritual. And we are doing it in a way and in a community that has been lacking access to it. A lot of people in communities where many of the residents are low income. Here in Woodlawn, we know that there's a lot of people who are suffering from homelessness, from mental illness. They oftentimes are written off. And that the thought is that these therapies, they can't afford it, they're not going to be appreciated, they're not going to have the positive effects of it. We don't believe it. You know, one of the ways in which I really got into the integrative medicine, alternative medicine, was actually through believe it or not, a city-run program. It was called the Chicago Addiction Treatment Center. And it was located in what was the old TV sanitarium, but I know most of you all was young to know what the world that is over 26 in California. And I had to take a part-time job there. And it turns out that they were utilizing acupuncture as a way to help people to detox from substance abuse. And I was hooked. It was less than a year that they actually discontinued that program. Something called privatization. We know what that is. Okay. And so I vowed, and this is no, you know, pat on my back, but I said, why would we deny people access to a non-toxic form of therapy? Because you know the option for many people who are on opioids at that time was nothing. Okay. And so what I did was I happened to have the opportunity to work with Mother Substance Abuse Program, Haymarket House, Brass, that was eventually taken over by HRDI. And I was able to approach them and say, look, you know, this works. You know, would you fund us to be able to provide acupuncture services? And so at first they were a little hesitant. In fact, and I won't say this is funny, but you know, some of the folks who were shooting up every day were saying, I'm afraid of you. Okay. Let me just share a story with you when we were at the Prayers Foundation, something happened with their funding. They said that, we had some funding set aside, but now we can't use it anymore. So the clients, patients found out about it. And they started to have a protest. And they said, you know what? We want this. They said, you know what? We're going to sell chicken sandwiches and chicken dinners just to fund it. I said, okay. So I remember coming in one day, they called this big meeting. And I walked in the room, pouring down rain, and the room was packed like this. And I looked around the room, and I knew it was running the acupuncture clinic. So I knew people were coming on a regular basis. And I looked around, and I'm like, recognize you. Why are you here? Upset about the acupuncture program being discontinued. And you know what they said? They said, you know what? We want it for those people who have been getting it. We're advocating for them. And I saw how beautiful that was. It's something like that is effective, low cost, okay, non-toxic, and we have to fight for it. So that's why, this whole integrative model, like I said, is not new. This is not anything new, but it is new to these communities. And that's really, to be honest about it, the actual modalities that we're going to be practicing, that's the easy part, okay? The hardest part is getting the funding to keep these programs going. So now we didn't get a chance to say this before, but I hope you all get that brochure. This did not come, this building did not come to existence because this man won the lottery. Okay, he put most of his own money and resources in, with the exception of $2,500. All of the money from this has come from private individuals. I'm gonna say it again. With the exception of $2,500, I'm sorry, $2,600. All of it has come from donors like yourself, okay, crowdfunding, this man's own resources. So we love that you're here. We love that you feel the spirit, but we need your help, okay? So what we have done, we put together a beautiful brochure. And this all actually mirrors what's in that brochure. We got some of the problems. Everybody knows the problem. But we also talked about what our solution is. And more importantly is what your support of us financially, through in-kind, if you can bring us a couple of millionaires, we're okay with that. Okay, whatever it takes. But this is a community thing. Because if we don't support it, we should not expect anybody else. So we have different levels of like sponsorship that are available. I don't care. We have people who are giving very modest amounts on a monthly basis, but they're showing to us that they support it. So we're asking for your support. Okay. Our board of directors, right now, we're making, what are we making? You see, 1,000 times a year? Yes. They're all volunteer. But volunteer does not translate into us being able to run a facility like this. So we really want you to take the time. We have a wonderful couple of people out there that in the garage area who have the brochures and a pledge. Please fill out that pledge. Okay, and if there are other ways in which you can help us, please let us know. Because that's the only way that we are going to be successful. So at this point, I'm just going to turn it over to our esteemed board chair for any other remarks. And before he does that, do we have, I know we were supposed to have representatives from Congressman Bobby Rush's office, and also we were expecting Alderwoman Jeanette Taylor to be here today. So we want to be sure that we at least put a shout out, if they're here, we'd like to introduce them. Otherwise, we're going to turn it over to our board chair for some. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. First, I just want to say that I really appreciate all y'all to be here. I feel honored to be in the space with everyone here. The honor to be in the space with the two founders, co-founders Akbar and Dr. Shabazz. What we're basically doing here, Dr. Shabazz hit upon this, is building collective power, taking things from internally, working things within ourselves, and basically bringing health, wellness, and healing to the community, right? And with health, wellness, and healing, we bring about peace. That's what Salaam means in the Arabic language. So we're really about promoting peace. And we can't have peace in our community if we don't have people who are in a peaceful mind state, who are in a well mind state. There's a lot of healing that's needed in our community, not just this community, but many communities all over the place. And what we're doing is essentially setting the standard, right? Setting the standard. Being a flagship, creating a flagship model about how we can accomplish this. Through proper nutrition, because what you're putting into your body, that matters. You are what you eat. Trauma and abuse, mental health, drug addiction. These are many things that, I would say are just kind of hidden things in the community that haven't been addressed. And in order for our community to really be where it needs to be sustainably, right? And just having widespread public dignity, peace, and order, right? It's absolutely necessary that we have health, wellness, and healing. So when Dr. Shabazz and Brother Akbar called me up and asked me to join and volunteer for this, I was like, sign me right up. Because, most of my life, I've been involved in, creating ecosystems. This is helping create and not only feed a new ecosystem, a new economic ecosystem. That's absolutely essential. So again, I just want to say it's an absolute honor for me to be here and be in the presence of all of y'all. And let's go ahead and have fun, enjoy ourselves.
Yes. And not only that, along with that, financial support from the city. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Are there any questions? Does anyone have? I knew that was number one. Because we're brand new, and this is a different time of sector than if we were a retail, facility or business. So what we are doing, and please, for those of you all who are interested in finding out more about our service and the particular services that you or family members or friends they receive. You go outside where the vendors are. First table there is our registration table, and on there there's a thing called service registration. That will give you the opportunity to, in confidentiality, because we know a lot of times the people are giving information out, they're concerned how it's going to be used. We just want to know what services are you saying that you need or that others need. And so what we'll do is we'll contact you as we are putting our programs together. And, Dr. Moore and I, we've been talking about how to facilitate that. And so that's our starting point. First of all, we have to see what's demanded. And so some of the programs that we have been working on, one is an educational program. And the educational program is going to go over different areas, like addiction medicine, positional, Chinese medicine. It was going over nutrition, mind, body, naturopathy, talk about that. And so we need to educate people, because a lot of times people are not even aware of what these modalities are, and they're afraid of it. You talk about acupuncture. So we want to educate you. Really, that's essentially what we do. So we're going to be putting out a schedule of these activities. We're trying to make it so that they will be held both here at our physical facility, but also with the help from our brother Troy. Doing these things virtually. So that's our answer now. So be sure we get your name and information. Great. Yes, ma'am. We're going to start out with sliding fee scale. And the reason being is that we want to make sure that it's affordable based on your family size and income. Eventually, we will be setting it up so that we will be able to accept both Medicaid, Medicare, and other private. But initially, that's what we do. The other thing I want to point out, though, which is the reason why we need your support. is that most health centers, even the community health centers, you know, Access is around here, Howard Brown, Miles Square, they diversify the way that they get their funds. And so the funds that we are soliciting from you all are to offset the cost. Because even if we say that we are offering a service based on a sliding fee scale, it may be that the group just can't afford it at all. And we don't want to leave anybody out, okay? So that's the importance of having different, what they call different streams of income to make sure that we are able to provide.
And can we get everybody else to the board? Whole neighborhood, and we're really happy to have you here. Thank you for coming. You know, we working together in lockstep as far as healing, bringing health wellness, healing to football. And we're just really thankful to have you. So, like all the words.
So, hi, everybody. First and foremost, I want to say thank you all for making your home in Woodlawn. Too often people see us on the news and this is not a place they want to be, so. And we got some folks to take care of. There's so much needed wellness we see. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I have my own personal something. No, you did. But I am grateful because we need this in our community. We all know folks been in this really two pandemics, racism and COVID, let's just say. And so our folks are coming out needing all the support that they can get. And so I'm grateful they're in the heart of the community, that this will be free, it's accessible, and that they have believed in this vision. They've been working very hard. I know they have. Hey, Mama Ski, I see you. Thank you. I'm all right. How are you? I believe in the vision, and I'm just glad they're here. I want us to work with the community that's here, but also get ready for the folks who are actually going to come. And so, whatever indebted to you all, let me know how I can be of service. We had a conversation from the other day, and so I'm a woman in my work. I walk down the street. I just gonna say nobody better than I look. Perfect people in my community get them. Strangers walk by. I'm a few folks and people, but I'm people. Sorry, I need to sit back. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. You know, I mean, what's your thought?
Yeah, part of what we try to do is during our process of starting this out, you know, that we were not only in the middle of a pandemic, but also in the middle of a Chicago winter. Okay, and there's a lot of concern about violence and the like. From the immediate area, I know everybody did it. Are there people in the immediate area?
Well, from the Woodlawn community here in this little circle. Is Brother Bernard here? Okay.
Just like same. First of all, my name is Salaam. I've been in the Woodlawn community for 5 years. I've seen it grow. I've seen a lot of things happen in the Woodlawn community. I love this community. I lived in a high car for 28 years in one apartment. I grew up in Eaglewood. So I'm very familiar with the South Side. And I'm glad to see this place, this wellness center. I was invited here. And I passed it one day and it was closed because I had wanted to come in, you know. But I'm glad this is my opportunity. Not your good to be here. And I see a lot of positive change happening. And I hope they can change, but I hope we stick together. Yeah. And one thing is not talking about each other. That's what I say. Don't be scared of it. You know, I was a public school teacher for 34 years. Our teachers work hard. We need
You doing that, each of the restaurant?
The community wellness, Salaam Community Wellness Center will be a restaurant that is called Let's Eat to Live, which is a compliment to the Salaam Wellness Center. As we change in the health condition of our people, we also have to change the eating habits of our people. That goes hand in hand. So that's what the Let's Eat to Live is here. We'd like to hear from you. Kelly, is he back there? Kelly, come on.
Where's Sister Kelly?
Yes,
She is. Kelly.
Oh, okay. You know, as we mentioned earlier, you know, trying to organize programs such as this, you know, when you have challenges, you know, the weather, COVID, all these other things. When we started out, the first thing we said, we have to connect in the community. We cannot oppose ourselves, come in acting like we know what they need. But sometimes, you know, it's like you're walking by your neighbor's house and you would like, and you see it on fire, and you love to have the state-of-the-art homes. Okay, so if you see a bucket of water, you pick it up and you know, try to put that fire. That's right. And that's the situation that we felt. But out of respect, now that things are opening up, we wanted to make sure that we continue doing our due diligence. This sister here came when we had our Juneteenth program. She and Brother Aqua talked, and he said, "Hey, you got to talk to." But let me tell you, when we talked and we connected, and she put together a Zoom meeting just this last week, and there were members from her block, and we had such a wonderful time. I mean, really, the exchange, we felt the energy. We felt that we had the support that we needed to do what it is that we're trying to
comment, questions, just saying. Also, thank you very much. Okay, just see. Available to me on education, just trying to the things in order.
Alvin Taylor, he's a project manager, contractor.
I'd like to recognize another partner, the Salaam Community Wellness Center. Some of you all know that I've had a long-standing relationship with the City Network. And the CEO, Dr. Robin, that's is here. I am so glad to see him. So please come forward and put and say your comments. Fantastic program over in Inglewood. Please share with our guests, what's going on there, because we want to emulate some of those very things over here with us. So again,
One of the extraordinary things when I come into an effort like this, and I'm surrounded by the extraordinary legacy of what it means to live and pursue righteousness in this city and really in this country. We have pioneers that whose shoulders we stand on. Dr. Shabazz among those extraordinary beings. So I am first and foremost here because of this extraordinary woman. We give it up for her. And for so many of the pioneers that I walk into, our brothers from the NOI and others, we are all one community. That's critical. I drive my 47, my son plays baseball in the park, and I see duty there, and I always stop and extend the salam to our brother who because wherever we are, the Prophet Muhammad said, "Afshu salam, spread on right." And this is the center of peace. The Salaam Center here, the center of wellness. It is the source of peace. It is the legacy of wellness. We are all indebted to that legacy, and we need to continue to make sure that it's around the city and country, wherever those efforts are, that we remain connected to one another, so that we all can benefit from our light and collectively become a source of greater light and peace and hope for the communities that we are with. So we owe that to the pioneers, those who have come before us. We owe that to the community that are looking for that from us. And please know that from Iman, my partner also, Ali Bidal, our deputy director, is also here, that whether it's Alia, Shaman, myself, all of those that work in Iman, that we are one effort with you here. We cannot wait to see this succeed and thrive and do all we can to make sure that it does succeed and thrive. And whether it's Inglewood, Woodlawn, Chicago Lawn, these artificial barriers are bound to be, right? Now we're constructed. Sometimes Chicago tells us a cute little story about it being a city of neighborhoods, but we know that those lines are often drawn in blood, literally, right, to keep us apart, segregated and separated from one another. We must never, those of us who believe in the oneness of the divine, the oneness of our creation, and the oneness of our return, to never fall for that okey doke again. So we are, inshallah, always united in our efforts, and congratulations to all of you that are part of it. Thank you. brother Abdul Yassin Muhammad, the son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Whose foundation we stand. Can I say something in the past 30 seconds, I promise. You got the permission to throw a shoe at me if I take those. I'm so honored to be among this august body of beautiful souls, great community leaders, trailblazers in this effort to do this monumental project. As you know, each and every one of you in this room has an immune system. An immune system. And never in the history of this world has this immune system has been threatened. Just as you on an individual level have an immune system, the community has an immunity. It has a system. People of color has the weakest, the most devastating, the most compromised immune system. So we have to build immunity in our community. And the way we build immunity in our community is one dose of unity. Thank you. What's the rest of you? Sure. Well, first of all, this conference, she asked me to see behind Rob, behind the son of Elijah Muhammad. Almost did 30 seconds. Real close. But I'll take the opportunity to say this. I stand here, I know who showed me this. Okay. I remember being a student in college and reading about the hospital that the nation was going to build in Chicago. So I don't have to say a whole lot more because you guys have already talked about you. I know you've been working Muhammad, but very much also continuing that whole emphasis on that from health, building institutions, educational institutions, etc. And my educational professional really got his biggest start right over here on Stony Island. Teacher, principal, but I'm so inspired. I didn't really want to just stand back there and take it in. I could probably pull you up. But I just want to say congratulations. And as an older person, some people sometimes say, "Oh, find this." I don't really find this. You know, you give us comfort that the future is in your hands. You give us comfort.
The category. And it's I would say very, very open about the NY, just because they have a lot of business there. And I remember sitting at my mother's living room, and somebody came to the door with a petition. And the petition, he was asking her to sign, was to block the building of the hospital renovation. And I remember clearly my mother saying, I will not have that petition. Because my mother had a great understanding about the power of her community taking care of itself. And so I think about that I think about 4 hours a day. That's damaging. A healthcare facility. So I just want to say on behalf of the team, Woodlawn Community Wellness Center, we want to thank each and every one of you all for coming out today. You're giving us win. We only look forward to the greatest thing. Thank you so much.
Good diabetics.
So I know we stepped away from the other activities just for a moment. Just wanted to share with you, as one of the board members, can you just briefly share who you are and what this project is going to be?
Community Wellness Center. What this project means to me is really about power, about taking things back, taking our destiny back, fulfilling our right to determination. And it all starts with health and wellness. And as a community, really build any type of sense of sustainable ecosystem. If we don't really have an internal sustainable ecosystem with our body, with our health, with our mental, all that. So for me, it's just an incredible honor for me to be a part of this. And that's it.
So we're running live, just want to share with our audience a few words and introduce yourself and what role you're playing.
And our whole emphasis is on home. Holistic nutrition is, and home means a whole lot. So what we try to do, what we want to do, is start educating people about what they buy, as far as foods that they buy, what they put into their mouth, and the transition of food through the digestive tract. And there's a lot of plants, organs that are responsible for breaking up this food and energy to the body. So once we have an understanding on how the digestive system works, I think we can have a better role as far as getting people to appreciate the food, what to do, what not to do. You know, essentially, I Googled a statistic in 2019, 8,500,000 dollars was spent on digestive aids. $8,500,000. This is just diabetic. What about assimilation? What about elimination? All of this goes along with what nutrition is about. Holistic nutrition is about. So this is what we're going to do here. Bring these elements together and hopefully bring the whole other situation in this area as well as Chicago. Okay.
Thank you. Just share your name, the audience is still live with us. Just what your name is and kind of what role you play, what are your thoughts right now? Okay.
I think it's chance to be today, and
that I play is with regard to financial literacy. I guess I have to start with what God says. God says, never will change the condition of the community, so we change what is bothering us within our own families. And yes, that means also within our own community. We know that the number one thing that helps people level up is education. And with regard to financial literacy, we want to spearhead the things that are most important that have to do with financial literacy has to do with credit, managing credit, knowing how to raise your credit score. It has to do with knowing the difference between knowing insurance. As a matter of fact, I was just having a conversation with regard to insurance. And a lot of us they had good jobs and 401k, but we didn't keep it. We didn't know or understand the value of it. But a lot of people in the community, about 65-70% of us, of our community, are single-parent households. And within those single-parent households, when the breadwinner dies, they're left without because, with regard to educational debt, they have cars, they have a home, and how are they going to take care of that when the breadwinner dies? So the children have to move, and so we have to educate ourselves, and no one is going to be more responsible for educating ourselves more than we should. So we need to learn about credit, we need to learn about finances, we need to learn about mortgages, we need to learn about the difference between renting versus buying. We need to learn about the importance of education. And incorporate this so we can help better our own situation. So we can raise our credit score so we can change the dynamics of what we're being charged in the community just based on our systems. So financial literacy is important, and that's what we want to teach and help to elevate our community. Thank you.
And kind of what role you play in this project?
My name is Abdul Kurt Muhammad, and I am the co-founder of Salaam Community Wellness Center. Also the owner of this edifice that we're bringing to the community, revitalization of the entire city block. It's been a long, arduous approach to bring some type of good, clean look for new construction to an area that has been decimated by disenfranchisement. We would call it also, it's a term that they call it by Detroit, is a form of disinvest in the communities. Communities go all the way down, bring down, that's not what we want. We want to make sure that this building is dedicated to people who live here in this West Woodlawn. Therefore, with the help and mercy of God, we've had plenty of individuals who have joined in on our efforts to be able to bring what we refer to as strong peace to a community that has violent, fratricide, and all types of economic and lack of social justice. So we're bringing freedom of justice.
Can you share briefly with the audience? I know you shared this story in many instances, just kind of a brief story on how this came to pass with the whole purchase of the block and how it started.
Well, ultimately, it started because 4 or 5 years ago, I bought a building that was in foreclosure, a location that was a laundry.
Just under 3,000.
In this laundry, we had just boarded up equipment that was in disrepair, and previous owner said, listen, please take this. Can't do anything with it. I'm off the building. I can't do anything with it. This building is going through a process of pre-foreclosure. Please take this thing over. I know you're interested in laundry business. Yes, you can come forward and take it over. And I will believe that this will be a responsibility to the bank. So I came and met with the previous owner, and this owner, before we can even consummate the deal, someone had vandalized all of the electric out, some of the plumbing, and fully destroyed the interior portion of the attic. So with God's mercy and grace, I was blessed to be able to come in, be able to offer a solution that we have in place. Get it going. So that was neighborhood laundry in 1967. But unfortunately, as I operated businesses for maybe 3, 4, 5 years, I kept looking to my right and looking to my left, wondering when will someone else come to the community that has been disinvested into and bring some type of investment. And seeing that the Koreans weren't coming, the Arabs weren't coming, well, why not have a little time to find out the situation of all of these board members? So that started the whole process of search. I hired a professional lobbyist and an attorney, and they did all the research on the whole Cook County land allowed us to be able to do a bid and secure the property nearly a year ago. So we're so happy to finally reach to this whole point after the construction is 99.9% complete. We're waiting on the medical beds, medical tables. Correct me if I'm wrong, sis. The medical tables to be delivered, and in fact, they were donated to us from a set of brothers who has a medical school that we're operating. I think they belong to. So they're donating medical facility. I refer to it as a bit. I think so we can be able to have and lay it out. And also, we got to get the interior design and put some color. Looking at now is so relieved after all of this process of rolling out thousands of dollars as well as the sweat to try to revitalize this building from all the way from the ground of having dirt beneath us for the soil to erecting walls, putting in lighting, things of that nature. And through God's grace and mercy, we've been able to get to this point. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for taking time. I know there's a lot going on, but we got a live audience want to hear from you. So if you could just state your name and what role you play with the project.
Oh my goodness, yes. Assalamu alaikum. Greetings of peace. My name is Dr. Freya Bashir, and I am the director of alternative behavioral health. I'm an acupuncturist, and I am so excited to be here as a part of this momentous, this absolutely momentous event. And this was a labor of love. I was actually invited to participate in this movement by Dr. Constance Shabazz, the founder. And she had an idea, she called me, and I went, yes, I'm very much interested, I very much want to be a part of it. So I'm absolutely thrilled. You know, the need is here. The need is now for to bring holistic health and wellness, to bring acupuncture, to bring holistic services to the residents of this community. Typically, folks of color, unless you've got benefit insurance or you've got the disposable cash, don't always have access to acupuncture, don't always have access to nutrition counseling, don't always have access to, holistic treatments, including psychotherapy. And so it is our aim and our objective to make sure that these services are going to be here and readily available for Black and Black brown folks in the Woodlawn. So I'm most excited to be here. This is, it really is like the vision that is alive. That this is a vision that is real.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sorry.
So we're live right now with our audience. So if we get, I gotta tell y'all that. It's like millions and millions of things. But if you could just briefly share your name, what role you play with the Salaam Community Wellness, whatever, they talk about the opening, the whole project.
My name is Dr. Priscilla. I'm an academic doctor. I met Dr. Shabazz through another science science. I felt it would be very important for me to be involved in this because as an naturopathic doctor, Black community needs somebody to help bridge the gap between nutrition, health, and wellness. Nature focuses on creating the conditions for health and also focuses on beginning to the root cause of what is going on. When you create the conditions for health, when you have to look at every aspect of your life as to what you eat, what you drink, what you don't drink, what you don't eat, along with your lifestyle. How your work environment is, how your home environment, that all contributes to your health, also along with whatever diagnosis that you have from a conventional doctor. So when you're looking at a naturopathic doctor, we consider every aspect of your life, and in the community wellness center, I thought this would be a great opportunity for you to incorporate other modalities and other things that people might have to consider in their health and their wellness, and looking at it dietitian, lifestyle, exercise.
So I know it's been a journey. Can you share something about the journey? You thought it was going to be open one day and just kind of what that's been like?
Oh, I've had a lot of patience through this experience going through as well too, because originally in June, here we are, also August, just being patient. But also, and it's been patience because you're learning to work in the things else.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Sorry. We have a few more people. The audience can be patient as we grind. We haven't heard from Dr. Thompson yet, so please be patient with us. Frank Kimbrough here. He's the one who's responsible for doing all of the construction and everything to this beautiful edifice. My best friend, my mentor. I just wanted to be able to have him say a few words. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I want to thank my brother Akbar and Sister Constance for it's their vision, you know, and when they told me what they was looking to do, I was just honored to be able to participate and put the project together and bring it to where it is now. So I know that it's going to be very successful. You know, one of the things that now we're looking at, we see expansion probably sooner than later, based off the energy. We're going to rally energy throughout the community. The community is here. That's what I like about this event. You have people outside the community. The community is on the inside. And we're looking to do some great things here in the West Woodlawn area. We have aldermen on board. We have vendors on board. We have the community on board. We have unity on board. And I know with that, we're going to see some great things that actually transpire. So with that, I look forward to continue to build and expand on the project. And I'll
You all like this?
So we're live.
Okay.
And if you could just start off, you could just share what your name is and kind of, you know, people refer to you already, but can you just let people know who you are? What we're doing here today. Of course, you didn't know this was going to happen, so you caught it off guard.
My name is Constance Shabbat, and I'm one of the Community Wellness Center. And I'm just so proud to be here and to have the experience of this day.
So can you what's going on today? What's the agenda? What's the program? What was the intended program? What happened?
Well, the intended program was really to celebrate a milestone in the development of the Salaam Community Wellness Center. This is the first phase of almost a year and a half worth of work by a dedicated group of individuals who are healthcare providers, people in public health, people who business owners, educators, who all came together with the idea that we needed to utilize all of the resources that Allah has blessed us with to address some of the healthcare disparities that have impacted our communities. And it was more apparent that we needed to do that in the wake of COVID-19 and what we saw in terms of Black and Brown communities being so negatively impacted. This, as we heard throughout the pandemic, continue that the impact that COVID had on these communities is because of the unaddressed healthcare disparities that had been longstanding and that due to systemic racism had not been adequately addressed or intertwined with, you know, the underinvestment in our communities, the lack of access to capital to invest in our businesses and our schools and the like. And so we just said enough is enough. You know, we couldn't just sit by and watch as this catastrophe, yet another catastrophe unfolded. So that was the nidus to the development of the Salaam Community Wellness Center. We were able to reach out to people, and just really it came as a result of us having a shared concern about what was happening, and then realizing that not only were we, you know, talking about, you know, how bad things were, but also started talking about ways in which we could address it. So that's how we started out. I said, okay, you know, if we all are in agreement that something needs to be done, let's start coming together. You know, let's find like-minded people. So we started meeting. Sometimes meetings were pretty lengthy, 2-3 times a week. We wanted to drill down on what was our core mission. In addition, we wanted to make sure that we were forming a program that actually address not just the physical needs, but the mental needs, the spiritual needs, and the nutritional needs of people in communities like this one. And so we're so blessed that we have such talented people, such dedicated people who decided to come together and to develop this integrative model. And when we say integrative, it's not that we're denying any of the modalities. We know that Western medicine has its strength, which is typically more along the lines of recognizing or diagnosing something, but not as well as prevention, and not as well treatment in some instances. So we wanted to use other modalities that have done a better job in those areas. And so we were fortunate enough to find different practitioners who were looking for an opportunity to work in a setting such as this, to address these ills, and to have the freedom to use whatever modalities out there that have been found to be effective. Whether it was something that was a new therapy or medication, that hit the market a year ago, or something was 5,000 or 10,000 years old, that's found to be effective. And so that's why how we came together. This is, like I said, today is really the commencement. The commencement meaning, the beginning of that next step. So we have this beautiful facility, and this has value to it because we are in a community that is used to others feeling as if they're less than, and not being concerned about just the aesthetic of the community. It's said oftentimes that you can tell a community that's under-resourced, low income, when you can see the absence of trees. I found that very, very interesting. And here we are, we've selected as our logo a tree, because what we are doing is we're trying to build life. We're trying to build something that's going to have roots in it, and also lift up the community. And so we are building, we have a tree, we're growing a tree here. And the tree is going to help to center people, provide them with the resources that they need. And most importantly is that we want this to be a program that's intergenerational. We have a lot of intergenerational issues, trauma, depression, alcoholism, and violence within our families. And so we want to be sure that we treat the entire family. And because that's the only way we're going to help them make this community strong and to grow.
If you could just, one thing is, you could just tell us what is housed in this current location, what's in the Salaam Community Wellness Center, how many rooms, and how is the space running?
Okay, the space that we're occupying right now is approximately 3,300 square feet. We have, in addition to, of course, our waiting room area, we have a receptionist area, we have 3 exam rooms, and we also have a laboratory. We have a common space that will be used for both meetings as well as some of our food dinners. This is the first phase. We also have adjoining to this, just on the other side of our wall, the exam room side. We have another 1,500 square feet. And our plan is to build out there, God willing, in the next year, and we'll expand from 4 exam rooms to 8 exam rooms, and additional spaces for out there. So that's the purpose of what we're doing within this building. And then we are on an end block, an end city block. And we have 2 empty vacant lots that are located just 1 door down, or 2 doors down rather from us. Our intent is to make this and build on there a structure that will be an enclosed garden that will allow us to grow fresh fruits, vegetables, and herbs 24/7. And so we're really excited about this. The Eat to Live restaurant is also going to be located here. This will be a wonderful opportunity to teach people how to eat healthier food. A lot of times, when patients are told by practitioners to get to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables, they oftentimes kind of frown at them for 2 things. One is that there may not be any place within the community where they can access affordable fresh fruits and vegetables. And the other thing is that oftentimes we are we're finding ourselves in one or two different generations of individuals who don't even know how to cook. They don't even know how to prepare foods. So having the Eat to Live restaurant here is going to be wonderful because people will actually be able to taste these fresh fruits and vegetables and Dr. Sister Camilla and I have been talking about, having cooking classes to teach people how to prepare these foods. Because Black people love to eat. We like to have that flavor in it. But if we can show them a healthy alternative to it, we feel that we will put them on the path for learning and practicing good nutrition and good health in their life.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We look forward to hearing more from you soon.
Thank you. What do you think of this?
Beautiful.
Actually, I bought this and I put these on.
Oh, you put them on yourself? So I'm looking for the audience. You got a few people on. What do you think about the logo? I'm looking for your feedback. But nobody responding right now.
Okay, all right, audience. Looking forward to you visiting us in person.
And what's the address?
The address is 613 East 67th Street in Chicago. Zip is 60637. And if you would like to be a supporter, certainly like to hear from you. You can go to our website, which is www.salaamcwc.org. Again, Salaam, SALAAMCWC.org. We look at this as a community project and not just looking into the Woodlawn community. We pray to Allah that we are developing a model that can be emulated in other communities, whether it be in the city of Chicago or all over the United States.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Do you have anything else? Like 25 years, I just married something else for that.
We still live from the Facebook and YouTube. And almost all the board members.
Okay.
Except you. So when we say the best life, so we can start off letting people know the name, what role you play as it relates to the Salaam Community Wellness Center.
Absolutely. So my name is Dr. Audrey Tinsley. I am a board-certified internal medicine and addiction medicine specialist. Here at Salaam Community Wellness Center, I am serving as the director of integrative and addiction medicine services, and as we develop further, serving in a chief medical officer capacity. I am so excited to be here today and just to finally see this vision that we have been working on come to fruition in a space where, we're not completely done, but we are definitely more than 3/4 of the way there. And so I'm really excited that we're going to be able to open these doors and start to help people in the community. So yeah, what else do I know? I was going to just keep going and talk about, but if you got to.
No, I don't have specific questions. I'm going to do it some of your minds.
So I'm going to tell you, a lot of people ask me, why do you practice this type of medicine, right? Because I'm a Western physician. And I did actually a couple additional years in something called integrative medicine at the University of Arizona in the Wild. And what that really does, and I'm sure Dr. kind of touched on that a little bit, but integrative medicine is a field of study that is, for the best way to describe it to people who've never heard of it, it's holistic health. So it's taking the best of what Western medicine has and blending that with the best of what Eastern medicine has, according to. And so everything is evidence-based. We don't just do things just because we feel feel like they might work. Everything has been researched and studied and has been shown beneficial. So when we're doing protocols like the NADER protocol, which is ear acupuncture for our patients who have substance use disorders or PTSD and tapping into those battlefield points, these have been studied for years, right? And how I even got into this space is my own personal connection and my own personal story. I would have been at the center like the Salaam Community Wellness Center when I was growing up. I was a very angry child. I was very rebellious in a lot of ways because I grew up with an ACE score of 9, right? And so a lot of people say, what is ACE and what is that? And it's becoming trendier to talk about, but these studies have been around for over 20 years. And ACE is adverse childhood experience. And so it's things like if you were, did you ever experience a family member or a primary caregiver like your parents who use substances in the home before the age of 18? Anybody ever go to jail before the age of 18? Anybody ever get divorced, or was there any sense of abandonment before the age of 18? And there's only 10 questions. And yes, you heard me right when I said that I had 9 out of 10 of those problems. And what the studies have shown is that when you have 4 or more of those positive childhood or negative, in that case, childhood experiences, then you're more likely to be a substance user as an adult. You're more likely to be incarcerated. You're more likely to have poor health. And I'm sitting here telling you that I'm an internal medicine physician, so I don't have any of those, right? And so what I try to get people to understand is that yes, those things exist, but when you learn how to tap into the areas of healing that can move you through those experiences, then there's resilience on the other side. And it takes a little bit of work, and it takes a little bit of effort, and for some of us, it takes introducing and education because it's not always been, talked about in our community. But for me, I went on a journey. It was a long journey, and I was able to heal using a lot of the modalities that I teach today. And so, yes, there's pharmaceutical medication, 25, 50% of the way. But when you get to the place where you then have to talk the ability to have to self-care, the ability to feel aware, the ability to have clarity, to make good choices, you really need something else there because there's no pill for that. And that's when non-traditional Western modalities come into place, like prayer and meditation and putting your feet on the earth and connecting with food that is electric and alive, and not as processed things that are often the most prevalent in our communities. And so that's why I'm here, because I have my own personal journey that I know is a testimony to the way to treat and the way to combat those high adverse childhood experiences. And so as that becomes the common language that people are talking about, I want us to not only hear about those negative things, because we know they're there. We live in these communities. I grew up in Roseland, I'm from the Wild West, so trust me, I've been there, I've done that, but I was able to heal. And I'm no longer an angry, bad at the world kind of person, because I have a connection with something higher that allows me to be helpful, to make good choices, to teach that to my family and my friends and my community. And so here at Salaam Community Wellness, that's what we're about. That's what we're going to do. We are going to introduce our community to modalities that have been around for thousands of years, but that have been trampled upon by the pharmaceutical industries in many cases because it isn't something that will necessarily keep you coming back in the sense of I had it once you get it, right? And so we want to help take you along that journey. And to, again, I am a respiratory physician, so I'm not going to let your blood pressure just be without any interventions and things like that. But there's so many benefits to taking your medication and compromise that we think it's either or. It's not. It's both and that's what we want to do. Yes.
Thank you. I look forward to hearing more from you, and maybe that'll be part of the Salaam Community Wellness Center. You have a wealth of information coming from different perspectives. And I won't even say different perspectives. It's all the same perspective of saving our community and making us a clean, decent, and healthy place to live. So we look forward to hearing more.
Healthy minds, healthy body, healthy spirit. And I'm gonna tell you, I know you're gonna compromise. Because at the foundation of all of this, including the Salaam Community Wellness Center, at the foundation is education. And so if there's not an exam table in here yet, trust me, there's education that can be given. There are opportunities for us to connect in ways even virtually, right? And so just make sure that you go to our Facebook page, Salaam Community Wellness Center. Make sure you go to our website, salamcwc.org, and connect with us because we want to send you the information. We want you to, be a part of our family because that's really what we got. You're welcome. Thank you. Bye,
Thank you for taking a seat. I think we heard from all of the board members from the Salaam Community Wellness Center. And even though you're not a board member, you express your support for this. Even by having a lot of people on the show, can you share with us who you are, what you do outside of being an activist in the community? Or can you share a little bit about yourself and how this program is important?
Also, the host of Elevator Talk Radio Show, which is every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. when we talk to people here. But this is just when I first heard about it, the Salaam Wellness Institute. Hearing to talk about it, it was encouraging because for him and then the combination of him and Dr. Shabazz coming on and talk about it, she can talk, you already but she got something to say. So it's like we just we just sit back and just let it go. But this is so needed, and it was needed like yesterday. And so it's past time, and a lot of women this can be a model. We need more wellness clinics to come, so we don't have to need more wellness clinics to this extent. But right now, we got to take care of home, and we need to start. That's what Dr. Shabazz is covering here at the Salaam Wellness Community Center. I'm encouraged by it. I feel it from myself. Lord knows that sometimes I feel like I have one foot in the grave, one foot in the net. We all need to be encouraged. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. It was an honor. Young lady that said that she heard it not once but twice on the radio show, and this is the reason why she came on the grand. So that's encouraging. This is encouraging. You be encouraged. Let's not just talk. Let's do a little of this and make sure that this is completed and well funded so we can go on. And so it's always good to acknowledge verbally as much like monetary support. There's no volunteerism also. So may Allah continue to bless each and every one of you and bless this establishment. Thank you.
Thank you for your participation. What we're about to do now is we're going to take a little opportunity, and I know you've heard a lot about what we will be going on here, but you haven't had an opportunity to see what's going on. So I'm going to walk you through a little bit too. So come on. So we're on the south side of Chicago, and this is across the street. I'm gonna walk across the street so that you can get a better view on what's going on in the whole facility. And so you can see right here, this is the Salaam Community Wellness Center. And it's not just that's the point in terms of we having the grand opening showing the Salaam Community Wellness Center today. But you can see there's also a restaurant coming soon. Let's Eat to Live, as well as Eat More Bread and Sweets. And we're going to walk right into, and of course, on the corner, you can see the first establishment, which was the laundromat. So let's go in. So this is one of the exam rooms. Reception area. Reception area is here. Like, we're live on another exam room. Another exam room. Another room right here. A meeting place. Restroom, that's important. I'm going to go upstairs. The little work that needs to be done. Cabinetry. I won't take you all back here. See, little work is still being done, but outside is beautiful. And take you on the other side so you can kind of see a perspective on where we are in terms of the south side of Chicago. Right here in community. I'm going to take you out to the back. We have vendors there. Squeeze by here real quick. Excuse me. Can I squeeze by, please? Thank you. Excuse me.
I'll be back.
So, Sister Carmela, we're gonna go ahead and go to the front. Can we go to the front?
Yeah, but let me grab my money real quick.
So we have.
Sister Carmela.
I didn't even eat. Oh, well. It wasn't nothing for me to eat either.
It's me. I'm all alive.
So, thank you.
Thank you, beloved. All right. So what we
Facebook on YouTube and Facebook. So, want to get you right here in front of your spot. So, can you tell us a little bit about? We've had a lot of people hear about what's going on here today. So, let's start there.
All right. Well, as you all already know, I'll be opening up the second restaurant. We just Let's Eat to Live in the Woodlawn area of Chicago, Illinois. It is located directly next door to Salaam Community Wellness Center. I'll show in addition to the Let's Eat to Live restaurant, we're also going to have coming soon, Eat More Bread and Sweets Bakery. As everybody remember, the Nation of Islam having the bread business where we were selling bread all throughout the Nation of Islam and outside in the community. Well, guess what? I'll be bringing that back, the bread business back, and we'll be able to sell to grocery stores and all throughout the Nation of Islam.
So can you tell us where are you located?
We are located, the Let's Eat to Live and Eat More Bread will be located at 619 East 67th Street in the Woodlawn area. The cross street will be Champlain and St. Lawrence. It's between Champlain and St. Lawrence on 63rd Street.
Can you tell us when should people expect for you to be open?
Our expected grand opening will be October 16th on my first anniversary. And also me and March.
And what type of food, you talked about the bakery, but what type of food should people expect at?
Well, you should be expecting clean, organic, halal food. Our meat is, you have to be close. Okay. So our meat, the meat that we will be serving will be halal, lamb, chicken, salmon, grouper, red snapper, all of the clean fish, no scavengers, no pork, and yeah, we may serve steak, but we'll see. We haven't confirmed that. There's going to be an array of vegetables, from asparagus to spinach to greens, beans. I'm not sure exactly what the remaining of the vegetables is going to be, but it's going to be an array of vegetables.
Thank you. And even though this won't open until October, where can people taste the delicious food right now?
You can taste majority of the food that we are going to be having at Let's Eat to Live at the foodie spot on 7350 South Stony Island, across the street from Mos Mariam. Let me repeat that. 7350 South Stony Island Avenue. That is our first location. The second location will be end up calling Let's Eat to Live. Come on through.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's all they got.
Welcome, Rebecca.